Wait, is Chanel Dupree DiMera actually gonna risk her own life and let a deadly cancer spread just to protect her unborn baby? And hold on a second, is Cat Greene seriously delusional enough to think she can manipulate and control a monster like EJ DiMera? Are you kidding me? Hey Days fans, welcome back. I've got some massive Salem drama to unpack today for Friday, June 5th, and let me tell you, the writers are not holding back. If you love deep dives into our favorite messy soap, hit that subscribe button right now, because we are breaking down every single jaw-dropping moment today. Let's jump straight into the most heartbreaking storyline on Days of Our Lives right now. Chanel Dupree DiMera and Johnny DiMera are reaching an absolute breaking point, and I am a complete emotional wreck watching this play out. We all know Chanel just received a terrifying malignant breast cancer diagnosis while pregnant. That is a nightmare scenario for any mother. But the spoilers for Friday reveal that Chanel is sticking to her guns, and she is making a medical choice that has Johnny completely losing his mind. Chanel had a disastrous oncology consultation earlier this week with Dr. George, who apparently had the absolute worst bedside manner in the history of University Hospital. Because this doctor treated Chanel like a walking incubator instead of a terrified human being, Chanel has decided to completely refuse all cancer treatments. Chanel wants to just let the cancer grow and see what happens so she can protect her baby. I honestly believe Chanel is acting out of pure, desperate maternal instinct, but Johnny DiMera is absolutely justified in his reaction. Johnny told Chanel he would support whatever choice she made, but let's be real for a second. Johnny cannot just sit back and watch the love of his life die. Johnny is fighting for his wife's life, and I am firmly on Johnny's side here. Johnny has already endured so much trauma, and the thought of losing Chanel is pushing him over the edge. You have to remember that Johnny is Sami Brady's son. When Sami's loved ones are threatened, Sami fights dirty. I think we are about to see Johnny channel his inner Sami Brady to force Chanel into getting treatment. The chemistry between Carson Boatman and Raven Bowens is off the charts right now, and these actors are delivering Emmy-worthy performances. I am terrified for Chanel, but I am also terrified that this impossible choice is going to completely destroy Johnny and Chanel's marriage. While Johnny is distracted by this horrific personal crisis, his father, EJ DiMera, is doing what EJ does best, manipulating everyone around him to secure the DiMera empire. Because Johnny is stepping back from his corporate duties to focus on Chanel, EJ needs a new right-hand man. And who does EJ target? Theo Carver. The spoilers for Friday show EJ pushing Theo to step up as the new chief operating officer of DiMera Enterprises. Now, we know Theo was hesitant at first, but Theo recently found out that his resurrected mother, Lexie Carver, actually supports him becoming a DiMera executive. With Lexie's blessing, Theo is suddenly very open to EJ's offer. But I need us all to wake up and smell the espresso. What is EJ's true agenda here? EJ does not do anything out of the goodness of his heart. I think EJ is using Theo as a brilliant, twisted chess piece. EJ is the one who brought Lexie Carver back from the dead using Dr. Wilhelm Rolf's experimental Versivix serum. EJ knows that Theo feels an immense, complicated debt to him for resurrecting Lexie. By placing Theo in the COO position, EJ is essentially binding Theo to the DiMera legacy, ensuring that Abe Carver and the rest of the town cannot touch EJ without hurting Theo in the process. It is a classic Stefano DiMera move, and the actor playing EJ is absolutely killing it right now. EJ is ruthless, brilliant, and completely toxic, and I love watching him work. Speaking of EJ's toxic charm, we desperately need to talk about Cat Greene. Cat is secretly an ISA agent investigating EJ, but Cat is playing a very dangerous game. The Friday spoilers reveal that Cat is completely convinced she can control EJ. Cat thinks she has EJ wrapped around her finger because they share some weird, intense connection from their time reading Wuthering Heights together at that secret hospital in Italy. Cat reassures Rafe Hernandez that she has the situation handled. Rafe, being the seasoned cop that he is, completely disagrees. Rafe sees EJ for the massive threat that he truly is and warns Cat to back off. I am going to passionately and ruthlessly drag Cat Greene right now. If you ask me, Cat is being incredibly naive. You do not play mind games with EJ DiMera and expect to walk away unburned. EJ has destroyed far stronger women than Cat Greene. Look at what EJ did to Sami. Look at what EJ did to Abigail. EJ's a predator who thrives on control. Cat thinks she is the one pulling the strings, because EJ asked Marlena Evans to hypnotize him to remember their past, but EJ is always 3 steps ahead. I honestly believe EJ already knows Cat is playing him, and EJ is just stringing Cat along until he decides to destroy her. Rafe is 100% right to warn Cat, and when this entire ISA operation blows up in Cat's face, I will be sitting here saying, "I told you so!" Now, let's pivot to the most awkward living situation in the history of Salem. Abe Carver is currently living with his resurrected ex-wife, Lexie Carver. Paulina Price, Abe's current wife, made the heartbreaking sacrifice to move out of their home so Abe and Lexie could reunite. Abe accepted Paulina's sacrifice, but the reality of the situation is hitting Abe like a ton of bricks. The Friday spoilers show Abe feeling completely lost and unsure of how to behave around Lexie. Abe loves Lexie, but Abe also deeply loves Paulina. The man is completely torn between his past and his present. So, who does Abe turn to for advice? The absolute queen of resurrected spouses, Dr. Marlena Evans. This is brilliant writing. I love that the writers are connecting today's drama to storylines from decades ago. Abe goes to Marlena because Marlena has literally lived this exact nightmare. Back in the day, Marlena thought Roman Brady was dead. Marlena grieved, moved on, and fell madly in love with John Black. Then, boom, Roman comes back from the dead, and Marlena's entire world is shattered. Marlena knows exactly what it feels like to have your presumed dead true love walk back into your life after you have already built a new life with someone else. I think Marlena is going to give Abe some very tough love. Marlena is going to tell Abe that he cannot have it both ways. Abe cannot keep Lexie in his house while keeping Paulina on the hook emotionally. What makes this entire situation even more tragic is that we, the viewers, know a massive secret that Abe does not know yet. We know that Dr. Rolf's resurrection serum is failing. We know that Lexie is starting to show terrifying symptoms, and that Lexie might actually die again. Abe is agonizing over this love triangle, completely unaware that he might be forced to watch Lexie die a second time. If Lexie dies again, it is going to completely break Abe Carver's mind, and I do not think Abe and Paulina's marriage will ever recover from the collateral damage. This sweeps month is delivering some of the most intense emotional cliffhangers we have seen in years. Between Chanel's heartbreaking sacrifice, EJ's ruthless corporate manipulation, Cat's dangerous arrogance, and Abe's tragic love triangle, Salem is a complete powder keg right now. So, I have to ask you guys a massive question before we wrap up. Do you think Johnny is right to fight Chanel's decision, or should Johnny respect Chanel's choice to refuse cancer treatment for the sake of their baby? Get down in the comments and let me know whose side you are on. I will be reading every single one of your thoughts. If you enjoyed this deep dive, please smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you never miss an update on all things Days of Our Lives. Until next time, stay dramatic, Salem fans.